Already mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. Already we're live, and as you guys can tell by title and thumbnail, today I'm going to be working with more DSA, data structures and algorithms, where I'm working with hash maps. Last stream I did work with hash maps as well, which is basically dictionaries, but this stream I'm going to be completing hash maps and moving on to arrays. That said, let's go to my gameplay screen. There we go. And guys, today I was prepared with my Visual Studio and Cloud open. Okay, let me say something like Sensei, I'm live exclamation. Okay, and last stream I did work on question 18. This stream I am going to be continuing question 19. That said, let me just go up here, get this all the way there. There we go. Okay, and one thing, while Claude is replying, I'm gonna go ahead and change my effort level to not thinking. And then let me check if my camera is good. There we go, because apparently I did move my camera a little today. There we go. Okay, Slam's hand on desk. Yo, you're live. Stream is up. The reps are waiting, and question 19 has been sitting. And question 19 has been sitting here getting impatient. You've built frequency maps. You've tracked best items. You've done 2-pass logic. Your fundamentals are solid. Okay, I don't know much about that, but I am getting more of a grasp on how this works. Today we add a move to the arsenal, comparing 2 frequency maps against each other. Let's go. Question 19. Is anagram, is that how I pronounce it? 2 strings are anagrams if they contain the exact same characters at the exact same frequencies, just in different order. Listen and silent. So L-I-S-E-N-T, L-I-S-E-N-T. I see. They're anagrams. Hello and world are not anagrams. Your function makes, let's say your function takes 2 strings, S and T, and returns true if they're anagrams and false if they're not anagrams. Requirements: build a frequency map for Python. Okay. Actually build a frequency map for S. In Python, this means start a for loop through each character in S. If the character is already a key in the dictionary, add 1 to its value. If it isn't, set its value to 1. Okay, if the character is already in the key, I see. Okay, number 2, build a second frequency for map T. In Python, this means do the exact same thing as above, but loop through T instead and store its result in a completely separate dictionary. Compare the 2 frequency maps and return the result. In Python, this means use equal to compare the 2 dictionaries directly. Python considers 2 dictionaries equal if they have the exact same keys and the exact same values. Return the results of that comparison directly. I see. Expected output, true. Listen versus silent. False. Hello versus world. Okay, I actually am not warmed up, but let's see if I can actually get this done. Because I think I understood it and the logic shouldn't be the hard part here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's say, whoa. I'm gonna open my timeline. Is it entitled workspace? Oh, wait, there. In my entitled workspace, I'm gonna go under my Python files and let's say create a new file called is anagram. Okay, and guys, yeah, I'm not gonna be looking at my keyboard while typing today as well, because I want to work with touch typing. Is underscore. Oh wow, there we go. Is underscore anagram dot py. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter. Now, once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and read the instructions that says, yo, Hiding Epic, appreciate you joining the stream. You're late. Actually, I have been streaming a bit later these days, but I will try streaming like sooner than, let's say an hour sooner or so. Cause I did actually wake up pretty early and I could have streamed, but I was preparing something for my, let's say Viv Arcades stream as well, cause today I will be streaming on my other channels too. That said, let's see. So apparently we gotta go ahead and create a function. So let's go ahead and create a function called is. Okay, let's go ahead and define a function called is underscore. Oh, there we go. Okay, is underscore anagram, which requires 2 parameters. The first is going to be S and the second parameter is going to be T. And then in our function, we're gonna go ahead and have 2 strings, okay? Two strings are anagrams if they contain the same exact characters. at the exact same frequency, which means they need to have the same, the length of both the words needs to be same, and they need to have the same characters as well. The characters could be in, let's say, different positions. Have you seen Anti-Gravity? Oh god, actually I forgot. I will definitely check it after the stream. This time I'm not even lying, guys. You know what? Let me try it right now. Whoops. There we go. Let's go with Anti-Gravity. Okay, let's see. I could log in here real quick, because I keep forgetting off stream usually. Wait, is Anti-Gravity? Okay, let me try it for Windows. Alright, it's installing. Let's go ahead and open the file. Okay, setup has detected. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and click next. There we go. Although, is Anti-Gravity like an AI for programming? Create a desktop icon. Let's go with next. Let's go with install. Okay, while it's installing, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So apparently, reading the instructions again, it says in Python, start a loop. If character is already in key, okay, the dictionary, if it isn't, set its value to 1. So apparently we gotta go ahead and create a empty dictionary called S. Okay, where in the world is S? There. Okay, so S is gonna be equal to an empty dictionary, so a pair of curly braces. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, so we create a pair of curly braces, and wow, the anti-gravity is still installing. Okay, let me actually check it up again real quick. There we go. Okay. Alright, next up. So in Python, this means start a loop for each character in S. If the character is already a key in the dictionary, add its value to 1. Okay, so you know what? So I'm assuming that's a string. So I'm gonna go with something like, what dictionary should I call this? Let me say something like char dictionary. Oh, well, anti-gravity did install. Let me try opening it. Wait, is anti-gravity an IDE? It looks like an IDE actually. Okay, I'm gonna exit one. Okay, I'm gonna continue with Google. Hold up, let me go to my Beard back screen real quick. Okay, and maybe I'm gonna just go ahead and mute the Beard back music so you guys can't hear it too. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue with Google real quick. I may go with something like that. Okay. Yeah, then I guess let's go with something like next. Yada yada. Okay, I get an error saying sorry, this account is ineligible to use anti-gravity. Oh, probably my that account isn't like 18 years old because I just created. Okay, you know what? I'll do this later. I'll do this later after the stream. For the time being, I'm gonna go back to my gameplay screen. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So, what should my dictionary be? I'm gonna go with something like, oh, word_dictionary. Okay, now let's go ahead and iterate over my S. So I'm gonna go with something like for every char in S, okay? For every character in my string, I'm gonna go ahead and add a colon. Oh. There we go. For every char in S, I'm gonna check something. So we're gonna see if the char is a key in the dictionary, add 1 to its value. So if char, let me go with an if statement. If char in, let's say something like word_dictionary, then I'm gonna go ahead and do something. I'm gonna go with something like word_dictionary at index of char is gonna go ahead, and increase by 1. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add an else clause as well. This else clause is gonna be, whoa, okay, what else? Okay, this else clause is gonna be in charge of, let's say, checking if my char is not in my dictionary. If my char is not in my dictionary, then I'm gonna go with something like word underscore dictionary at index of char is gonna be equal to 1. So I'm gonna assign it to 1 if it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's very annoying that it's 18 plus. I mean, I do like my account that I have right now, my YouTube's account. I think that's 18 years old because, whatchamacallit. But I need to check it up real quick. Because I have like a bunch of accounts actually. I'm shocked that the other one was not 18. Okay, let's see. If char is already a key in dictionary, add its value to 1. If it isn't, set its value to 1, okay? Then we build a second frequency map for t. This means do the exact same thing as above, but loop through t instead and store the result in a completely separate dictionary. Word dictionary. And then let's go with something like second hold on, wait, W should be here, right? Second word dictionary. Alright, where in the world? There we go. Is going to be equal to a pair of curly braces. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add another for loop here. So let's go with something like for every char in, let's say, t. I'm gonna add an if statement to check if char in okay, if char in second word underscore dictionary, then I'm gonna go ahead and do something. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say, let's see. Okay, but loop through t instead and store the result in a completely separate dictionary. So I guess I'm gonna just do something like word or second. There we go, my second word dictionary is going to be incremented by 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a else clause. Let me go with Control Z. There we go. I'm going to go with an else clause. That is going to go ahead and do something like my second. Okay, it's gonna be equal to 1. Guys, it's so hard to talk while I'm actually trying to touch type. Okay, because I'm trying to see what buttons am I clicking. That said, now once we're done with this stuff, let me just go ahead and check everything's good. Okay. So once we're done with that, we store everything in a completely new dictionary, compare the two frequency maps, and return the result. In Python, this means use equal to compare the two dictionaries directly. Python considers two dictionaries equal if they have exact same keys. And the exact same values return the result of that comparison directly. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and return my word underscore dictionary equals to second word underscore dictionary. There we go. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and call our function. Did I get anything to compare it with? Alright, I guess we're gonna call it ourselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's say print my is anagram. I'm gonna go ahead and print. Wait, I need like S and T, right? So we're gonna go ahead and create two lists. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a list for S, which is going to be equal to, let's say, hello. Then let's go with something like bye and silent. There we go. And then I'm gonna go with listen. Okay, perfect. And then we're gonna create one dictionary for T as well. I mean, a list for T, which is going to be having something like hello. Bye. Yeah, I'm keeping them exactly the same. You know what? Let's keep some differences. I'm gonna go with something like listen. There we go. Let's go with silent. Wait, did I spell it wrong here? There we go. And we're gonna go with bye. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and print my is anagram. You know, I'll just type it out.
Looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange.
There. Oh god, this takes so long because of touch typing. Then I'm gonna go ahead and run the code. What's char? Char is basically character. Okay, so it is true because we do have an anagram, but what if I were to remove my silent and remove my listen? And maybe remove two of these as well. Oh god. Okay, so we're gonna go there. There we go. Control S to save the code and let's run the command. We get false. Okay, perfect. It works. Let me go with Control Z. Add listen, add bye. Go with Control A. Control C. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab Cloud up here real quick. Let's paste it and say I'm gonna go with something like done. Okay, perfect. Now let's go ahead and send it. Hold on, two things before you run anything. Stop, do not run this. The issue 1 inputs. Look at your test call. You're passing list into a function that loops through characters when you do. Oh. Okay, call the function once per pair like listen, silent, hello world. Issue 2 silent twice. Okay, you typed silence twice. That's not a word. It won't test what you think it's testing. Since both sides have the same typos, use LISTEN and SIL. Okay, I had it correct in the first time. Okay, I don't need these in that case.
So mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh god, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and add something like listen. Okay, perfect. And then let's go ahead and print. Another is anagram. Okay, perfect. There we go. God, I'm literally typing like a freaking toddler right now. We get true and we get false. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and exit that. I'm gonna go with Control A, Control C. You use Git. Actually, I did have a whole stream of me really working with Git, but I didn't completely master it. But I do know how to use it. I'm not as good with it, but I'm not that bad either. First, you have to learn typing, my brother. Why are you bad at typing? What was that? Guys, I'm trying to work with touch typing. Before, I used to look down and type. Now, I'm trying to type without really looking down, because regularly when I type, I go with something like, hello, how are you, question mark. But now the way that I want to type is, hello, how are you, question mark. There we go. I'm sort of getting used to touch typing. I did start working with touch typing last stream because someone said me I type like noob because I look at my keyboard. So I'm like, I guess we're not looking at our keyboard anymore when typing. Oh my gosh, I said it to Claude. Oh my freaking gosh. No. Let me send this. Oh god. Let's see, bro, just make array 26 length and lower C minus A plus plus. I'm working with hash maps. I will be working with arrays after this topic though. You really need a typing master. Actually, I am getting used to touch typing though. Clean, that's exactly what I wanted. Run it. Of course. I should have known that Claude wanted me to run it and give me the output as well. Let's go ahead and copy it, and then I'm gonna grab Claude up here real quick. If you're doing touch typing, only move your fingers, don't move your whole hand. Oh. Wait, is that how it really works? Okay, wait, let me say something. Okay, I want to try typing something. How do you... Okay, how do you type without moving your hands? Okay, I have seen people type with just their fingers. H. E. That's H. Okay, how in the world does how do you have your fingers on? Because there are keys everywhere else, so. Hello. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to say that. Okay, that was a typo. Microphone not connected. Alright, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh my gosh. You know, let me say something like, say, I... Yeah, just look at my keyboard now. There we go. Oh, very nice that you're explaining all this. You can search, type curses, haha. Actually, I may try that. If you're doing type touching, yada yada. Okay, I might actually look that. Huh, that explains everything. Touch typing, grid, respected mistakes. Now, okay, yada yada. Huh, just holler when you're ready to continue. Oh, I forgot I had doc strings, my bad. Okay, this is what I sort of look forward to, because this is where I can actually type and not care about typos. I mean, I sort of do care about typos, but still. We're gonna add triple quotes and triple quotes. For my triple quotes, I'm gonna go ahead and type something like time complexity. Yeah, I've got all the time in the world, guys. This has to be T. Where in the world is T? Oh, there we go. I mean, I was close. So time complexity is gonna be ON. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and say something like this function okay, this function is in charge of Okay, so this function is in GREMS. This function is in charge of iterating over two strings and comparing if these strings are anagrams. Let me add semicolon and say if they are. Oh god, that was insane. What in the world? Okay, I'm gonna go with Control C, copy that, grab Claude here. Yo, hiding more, I appreciate you joining the stream. Try not to use caps lock till you need it. For maybe a sentence, as well as feel free the indents on letter F and J. From there, you can always reposition your hands. Oh, I see. You know what? In that case, I might like check a tutorial out. But I think I did pretty good with doc strings. I'm good at writing, let's say, without looking at my keyboard, if it's like a sentence, without adding all the indentation and all that stuff. But when it comes to programming, it gets a bit complex because I gotta type define and then colon and then keep moving my hands constantly. One small fix on the doc strings. Remember the rule, complexity is on its own line, explanation on the other line, and nothing else on the same line. Wait, didn't I do that? Isn't my time complexity in its own line and everything else in another line? I think I did that, right? I'm gonna go ahead and grab Claude up here real quick and say something like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I look here. Did I not do that, question mark? There we go. It's so much easier if I like peek at the keyboard at times. But I'm gonna do it without that. Okay, alright, bye. That is correct. Formatting complexities on its lone line, yada yada. Question 20, word count. Alright. Before. Can we say something like, alright. Oh wait, I shouldn't look at the keyboard. Before. I'm just gonna go with this way. Oh god, this takes so much patience. You know what? I'm just gonna let my instincts take over here. Yeah, my instincts ain't that good, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the keyboard for this part. There we go. I got it. Whatchamacallit. I need to sort of rush up with my hash maps because I have been doing this for the past 3 or 4 streams now. Once I'm done with arrays, I need to work with some tree graphs and all that stuff, and then move on to data wrangling. I got like a couple more days. I think like a bit over a week left before I move on to my phase 2, which is machine learning. That said, use shift for capsation instead of caps lock. Oh, I should actually try that. Try not to use caps lock. I use Vim and got many shortcuts to do many things. Sony rarely uses mouse, thus never have to leave my precious keyboard. I see. Said above, don't lift your hands. That's exactly the reason we got intense. Best of luck, brother. Keep it up. Like the spread. Yeah, appreciate you. Mano Day, is that how you pronounce your name? Exactly. He does caps on and off to typing one capital letter. Guys, I think because I'm used to using caps lock, but I'm gonna stop using that, I guess, because many of you guys did say me to try shift. I need to start using shift. Great question, but here's the thing. There is no fixed number. Hash maps don't end on a question count. Okay, they end when you tell me you feel confident. That's the rule we set. Okay, what I'm watching for is whether you can look at a problem and immediately know the pattern frequency map to passing groups tackling. Okay, So honestly, how are you feeling right now? Are the patterns trying to feel automatic, or do you still want more reps? I believe that... Oh. You know what? I'm gonna look at my keyboard just for a bit. I believe that the patterns feel pretty... nice. And I believe that I am comfortable with it as well. As long as Claude understands we're good, guys. You should study how hash maps are created, search hash functions, and some theory will help you. I might actually try that after the stream. I hear you, but you've got one more question to prove it. Question 20 is already sitting up there. Actually... can we just move on, because I have been doing a lot of hash map questions and that I need to sort of rush to the next topic and start a race as well. Okay, because I feel like we've been doing the same question and again, and it's going to be the same exact result here. I feel you, but no, of course, you told me the patterns feel comfortable. Question 20 proves that it's the question will take you 5 minutes and uses dot lower and dot split, which are new tools you haven't used in DSA yet. Well, I have used, but okay. Question 20, word underscore count, which requires sentence as a parameter. You're given a sentence as a string. Your job is to count how many times each word appears. Requirements: convert the sentence to lower first. In Python, this means call lower on the sentence string and store the result back in the same variable or a new one. Split the sentence into individual words. In Python, this means call split on the lower string. This breaks it into a list of words using spaces and separates my bad, guys. In Python, this means call .split function or .split method on the lowercase string. This breaks it into a list of words using spaces as the separator and stores that list in a variable. Build a frequency map of the words. In Python, this means start a for loop through each word in your list. If the word is already a key in the dictionary, add 1 to its value. If it isn't, set its value to 1. Return the frequency map, the expected output, yada yada. The cat sat on the mat. The cat sat on the mat. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my instructions in the other window real quick so I can use it as a reference. There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and create, I guess, a new Python file. So I'm gonna go to my .py file. Then let's add a new file called word underscore count.py. Oh god. Let me go with something like word underscore count. Okay, let me get my hands in position. D is supposed to be here, right? Somewhere in the top. There we go. And then that's dot p y. Okay, now in my word count.py, first up, we're gonna go ahead and create a function called word underscore count that requires sentence as a parameter. Let's go with something like word. word underscore count. Do you guys think my keyboard is too big? Feel there we go. Like the I is right here and Y is right there. Like to reach the U, my finger is too small. Okay, so word underscore count, which requires sentence. There we go, which requires sentence as a parameter. And then after this, I'm gonna go ahead and actually add a define here. I forgot about that. Okay, and then in my word underscore count, we're gonna go ahead and convert the sentence into lowercase first. Wait, we gotta convert the sentence into lowercase. So I'm gonna go with, oh god. Since when did, guys, typing is the most important thing when it comes to programming. That's the place that I'm messing up so much on. That is taking like 90% of my time. Sentence.lower. There we go. Once we're done lowercasing our sentence, split the sentence into individual words. This means call the split function on the lowercase string. This breaks it into a list of words using spaces as the separator. Okay, so we're gonna go with something like dot. Split. Okay, let me go with something like split. Oh god, you're kidding me. There we go. So we have dot lower dot split. This is going to go ahead and split everything at a space. And then once we're done with that, it says build a frequency, which I've done so many questions now that I know it basically means use a loop. So I'm going to go with something like use a for loop for every char. Okay, here's the thing. This method will take you a lot of time and you're repeating questions. It's a waste of time. Look for quality, not quantity. That actually does make sense. I was going to move after this question though. Let's go with something like for every char in sentence. Okay, for every char in sentence, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, do something. If the word is already a key, so this means start a loop through each word in your list. Okay, you know what? List. There we go. So list our words. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and paste it here for every char in list. I'm going to go ahead and let's say do something. For every char in list, I'm going to check if the word is already a key in the dictionary, add its value to 1. If it's not, set its value to 1. So we're going to go with something like list of words. There we go. So list of words at index of char. Is going to go ahead and increase by 1. Guys, I feel that typing is distracting me even more. If my list of char at index of... let's say if char... Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. If char in my list...
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I
Guys, I'm actually so close to. I've got all day. There we go. Okay, there we go. Finally. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this and paste it here. There we go. If char in my words is dictionary, then I'm gonna go ahead and do something. I'm gonna increment that there. Else. I'm gonna do something else. Guys, trust me, this is going to be so much worth it later on in the future. Else we're gonna go with something like list. Words at index of char is gonna be equal to 1. Okay, perfect. Once we're done with that, return the frequency map. Okay, so I'm gonna return the frequency map. I'm assuming that whenever we talk about map, we basically mean our dictionary. Okay, and then now we gotta go ahead and test it out. There we go. To test it out, our expected output is gonna be yada yada yada. So I'm gonna go ahead, whoops. I'm gonna go ahead and print something like my word underscore count. It's gonna be something like hello, my name is Alice. Well, let's go with shift exclamation. Let's hit Control S to save the code and let's run the command. Alright, finally. Yo, howdy Pixel, appreciate you joining the stream. Every time I randomly scroll through shorts and come across your stream, I notice that your camera angle is different each time I watch. Actually, because I have been through a lot of, let's say, setup changes. This is my current setup where I do have a massive monitor here. It helps with me reading my chats as well in the other massive monitor. Because my previous setup had like 3 tiny monitors, so I had to like squint my eyes to really see the chat. Said good luck, I love what you do. Yeah, appreciate you, Moro. Okay, Mickey Mouse. Okay, and guys, today, I will be having a Wuthering Waves stream in my gaming channel after I'm done with the stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this real quick. Wow, I had a error. List, oh wait, this is not gonna be a list of word. Let's copy this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and paste this here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paste this here. Hit Control S to save the code, remove that, delete that, and run the command here. Hello one, my one, name one is one, Alice one. Go with something like I am 18 years old. Actually, Alice likes to program. Okay, let's go with a period. Okay, where in the world is a period? There we go. Let's hit Control S to save the code. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that, exit that, and run the code. Let's see. Did I not print this stuff? Let's remove that. What is doing today? Actually, I am working with hash maps, but this is my final question before I really move on to arrays. Okay, I saved everything. Let's run it. I don't see squat when I run it now. Did I like click a button that messed something up? Mickey Mouse / Minnie Mouse. Okay, let's click Control S to save the code. I did print this stuff, did I not? Okay, they're separate words in a dictionary. They're all lowercase. I is 1, everything is 1. Old. There are 2 Alexes, so Alexes need to be 2 different words. If char in word underscore dictionary at index of char is going to increment by 1, else word underscore dictionary at index of char is going to be equal to 1. This basically means that my Alice needs to be 2, right? I do return my word underscore dictionary. You know what? Rather than having this whole thing here, I'm just gonna go with something like hello. Hello. Control S to save the code, and then I'm gonna run the command. Okay, I get hello and I get a hello. I want the hello to just be 1, but the value of the hello to be 2. Okay, let's go with Control A, Control C. Copy that. Exclamation in first Alice. No, I think it's correct. Oh, I see. I think I see. Let's remove this. And then let's run it. There we go. That is 2 now. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and change this now. Let me go with something like, hello? Hello. Let's Control S that and then run it. There we go. Oh god, I had like, was that like a silly mistake from my side? I'm gonna copy that. Let's grab Cloud up here and then let me just go ahead and grab this here. There we go. Use regex. I have heard of that. What's it do though? The cat sat on a mat. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. You know, it's better than hello. The cat sat on a mat. I'm gonna copy my output. I'm gonna grab Claude here and send my outputs here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and send my actual code here. Okay, I mean, apparently logic was correct. It's just me executing or testing the logic was wrong. Let me say something like done. Uh-oh, wait, not done yet. I'm gonna add a doc string. Okay, let's go ahead and exit that real quick, and then I'm gonna go here. Let's go with... Here we go again. This function is in charge of iterating. Actually, not over a list, over a string.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain,
Okay, and returning a dictionary which has the items of the list as its key and how many times did a word occur as its value. Oh god, guy. I don't know if it's like impressive or what, to be honest. At times I can actually type nicely. The other times I'm absolutely awful at typing this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and paste this and then let's go ahead and send it. Okay, use Kobil. I actually haven't heard of Kobil. What does that do? Wait, you ran it before showing me. You know the rule, but output is perfect, the code is clean, docstring is solid. I'll let this slide this one time. 2 small notes, docstring formatting, complexity explanation. Need to be on separate lines. I did that stuff between them. Same correction as last time. Split works. Split with no arguments is actually better. It handles multiple spaces automatically. Small upgrade to know, but honestly that code is clean. You saw lower and split frequency map correctly, yada yada. Next section, arrays. Okay. Can I get notes for hash maps? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Guys, I'm so close to quitting this stuff now. Let's see. Okay, I guess we're getting our files out, sure. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add that .md file in my markdown files as notes here. And since Slot is not in thinking, I'm gonna get this relatively faster. And yeah, after notes, I'm just gonna get a gist of arrays, and we're gonna be working more with arrays in the next stream. This stream, whatchamacallit, because today I will be streaming in one of my other channels as well. Okay, and I think that I need to start streaming on my workout channel too, because by god, I haven't worked out in a while. Okay, let's see. I guess it's creating files. I'm gonna wait for it to create real quick. There we go. We can go ahead and download this. Did I? And then I'm gonna go ahead and open that stuff. Okay, let me see something like, now can we move on to arrays? There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that stuff. In my markdown notes, we're gonna go ahead and paste my hashmap underscore notes right there. I'm gonna go ahead and rename it to hashmap. Okay, perfect. And this is my hash map notes. And in case you guys do want these notes as well, you guys can join my Discord server and either go to the coding helps chat, or let's say the Python's chat, even the general chat. Mention my name there at VivUniverse, asking me for the roadmap, asking me for my notes. I will DM you guys what notes you guys actually need and all that stuff. You guys can get access to my Discord server through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing !Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. That's it. What are you building, King? Actually, I'm not building anything for the time being, but I am following a roadmap which is gonna go ahead and help me build an agentic AI by the end of this AI engineering for 365 days series. I am currently almost done with my phase 1, but I will be working, let's say, on my phase 2 relatively sooner. That's where the real, the real stuff begins, because I'm going to be working with machine learning and all the cool stuff. For the time being, I'm working with the basics just to get a gist of how AI engineers really, let's say, work and all that stuff. Well, I highly doubt it though, because this is really easy stuff. Okay, I still make kind of mistakes because I am sort of a beginner. I did mostly work with Unreal Engine and all the game development libraries / game engines. So AI engineering is a new topic to me. Okay, the 3 dictionary access methods. We have keys, values. Okay, hash maps are basically dictionaries. I can't believe I spent so long in hash maps. Hey, at least I understand them now. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Claude up here again. We're done for today. I'll restart next session when you go live again. I mean, you know what? That's actually not half bad because the stream has been going on for about an hour now, and 3 minutes is going to be an hour. So I could go ahead and continue the rest next stream. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say open my thinking here and say something like, all right, can you create me a prompt question mark? Okay, while Claude is actually creating me a transfer prompt, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my main camera. Alright guys, so basically that was pretty much it for the stream, and let me know, I think that my webcam, I added my configurations and my sharpness to be too sharp. There we go. A little blurry is actually so much better. That's it. That's pretty much it for the stream. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe with notifications turned on, and also share my channel, /videos, /streams in general if you guys do enjoy my content. Because like helps my algorithm sharing, makes you smile, and subscribe like a cherry on top. That said, I will, let's say, go to my other channel and stream right now again, which is Viv Arcade. And if you guys do want access to my channel, you guys can go to my homepage, scroll all the way down. Under my featured channels, I will be having 2 channels featured there, one called Viv Arcade, which is specifically meant for my gaming content, the other called Viv Works Out, which is specifically meant for my workout content. That said, also make sure to join my Discord server, and also if you guys do want access to my, let's say, AI engineering for 365 days roadmap, you guys can join my Discord. Go to either the Python this chat, the Coding Helps this chat, or my general chat. Mention my name there at VivUniverse asking me for the roadmap. I will be DMing you guys the roadmap. That said, you guys can get access to the link of my description through my bio. Did I say you guys can get access to my description? You guys can get access to my Discord through the link in the description through my bio or by tapping !Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. And you guys can also ask me for my notes / my .md files. I will be DMing those to you guys as well. That said, I will start multi-streaming on, let's say, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok, and let's say Instagram as well. But I did stop streaming them because they apparently eat up so much bitrate that my stream gets really blurry across different platforms. But once I find a way to restream, maybe I may also purchase the subscription for my restream type stuff. I will be streaming there and all that stuff as well. So if you guys do enjoy my content and haven't followed me there, make sure to follow me there. The link is going to be in the description. The link is going to be in the bio. And you guys can get access to any of my socials in general by tapping !Socials in chat. A link should pop up. If a link does not pop up within 3 or 4 seconds, the social does not exist. And I feel these days my outro has been really bland. That said, I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace. Also, because I gotta look up in my camera. Usually my camera used to be in front of my face, and if the camera is that high and I gotta get close to my mic as well, it kind of throws me off because I'm not used to a new setup. That's